The sanctions piled upon Moscow have only gifted aggrieved faces to the West as Russia triumphed on every turf trading oil. But now politics is contouring different shapes with Baltic countries embarking on a closer relationship with NATO. This move from the Baltics had its heat fall upon the kingdom in Saudi that largely depended on Estonian shoulders for oil. But Saudi always finds a way out, and it didn't take that long for the kingdom to find a better alternative and to reignite back their secret oil laundering machine that has left the West baffled. Hi and welcome to TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of TFI Media Group. I'm your host Kanika. And if you haven't subscribed to the TFI Global channel yet, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates. The Baltic nation of Estonia used to ship oil to the world's largest crude exporter in the past few months. Evidently, the oil originated from Russia. Estonia imported 8 million barrels of fuel oil in the first 5 months of 2022, of which most came from Russia and got it re-exported again, according to Imam Nasiri, the managing director for the Middle East at consulting firm FGE. Saudi attuned towards Estonia with 3 cargoes imported from Tallinn in past months of May and June. Albeit spiraling with its business, Russia is keeping a busy eye on finding new faces in the global market to trade. More owing to embargo that the West piled on Moscow, barring any deal with European countries falling within the ambit of EU. But all the plot got into an entangled mess after the Baltic countries fell for the big talks purported by the US-led military bloc NATO. Currently, the Baltic nations seek an enhanced security deployment from NATO to secure their borders from a delusionary Russian attack. NATO has even agreed to deploy 3 lakh troops near the Baltic and Eastern Europe to fancy a chance to match the Russian might that will only confound the already war-embroiled Baltic region. Carried away by NATO talks, Estonia has also sought a ban on Russian oil and has ably supported the EU decision by cutting away from Russian imports of oil and gas. With new players to counter Saudi's dominance in the oil market and a yet-to-be-solved frayed relationship with the US, the kingdom felt the blues after there happened a sudden dearth in import of fuel oil as Estonia alternated its stance to go with NATO. But the kingdom, as always, found the wiggle room to get past the hurdles that Estonia left for them. If it was Estonia before, now Egypt chaperones Saudi out of the crisis with large supplies of fuel oil to Riyadh. The kingdom will take 3.2 million barrels of the power station fuel from the Northeast African country, the highest in at least 6 years according to Vortexa Limited data compiled by Bloomberg. For its part, Egypt's own imports of the product from Russia are set to soar to 1.8 million barrels, the most since at least 2016. Saudi Arabia's appetite for fuel oil went high after seeing how ramped up is the energy demands due to the hot climate that sifts through the Middle East and Europe. Saudi Arabia has indeed been ramping up imports of Russian fuel oils as there are no sanctions preventing this from happening, Peter Lacour, an oil analyst at Energy Aspects, told Bloomberg. Russian fuel oil is the cheapest barrel available to fuel Saudi summer power generation demand and makes economic sense. Saudi Arabia, in turn, has the big power to refine this fuel oil and then sell it again. Saudi can easily tax the willpower to do it since they house the multi-trillion-dollar giant Aramco, the Saudi Arabian oil company. The kingdom even gave active signs to Western and European countries about raising the oil production in case the Russian crisis makes the pathway more difficult to trade oil. Meanwhile, Europe is craving for an alternative while US President Joe Biden prepares to visit Saudi Arabia to pacify an irascible MBS to increase its oil production. Saudi could take leverage of this crisis and appallingly, Russia will revel in joy seeing a trade deal in times of reigning sanctions, and that too with the same countries that sanctioned Moscow. Moreover, the current episode shows that sanctions are a great arbitrage opportunity and Saudi has the riches to simply dominate the game.